So one of the most terrible things like I could ever experience is having someone who is a parent figure, someone that you're supposed to love, someone who's supposed to nurture you, you know, hitting you, getting mad at you for not wanting to go to bed. I remember being a little boy and I would have to fall asleep on accident, like in the living room, just so I could try to avoid having to go to bed with him. But then I would get woken up and have to go to bed. Sometimes it would be a fight, not knowing like what's gonna happen, like if you're asleep, if something's gonna happen that night when you're asleep, it messes with a person. There's a lot of trauma to that. I remember feeling ashamed and embarrassed when my brother one morning was like, hey, I woke up and saw things going on. Dad was like touching you last night, you know, that there's no coming back from like that memory and living that feeling, you know? Yeah, so when I was like 12 years old, 6th grade, I was smoking weed for a few months, trying to fit in like with my brothers, but they were doing hard drugs and still didn't like me. So I quickly went from being a disruptive 6th grader to, you know, to not doing drugs and striving in school. I was a class rep for freshman and sophomore year. And then my mom told me that there was no college fund. I remember finding that out. My whole world crashed. And then my mom was like, well, you're about to be 18, you can get a job. And so I got a job, graveyard shift at the Walgreens across the street from where we were living. And then I had high school during the day. And so I got into drugs, crystal methamphetamine. I lost my job. I was a high school dropout. My life was unmanageable and I was a daily user. After using every day, like I would just feel numb of the feelings, and that could only work for so long, but then it got to a point that not enough crystal meth that I could use to escape that heartbreak and desperation after a while. Someone then pointed out that there was a Salvation Army rehab center that I was able to go to, and it saved my life. For the first time in my life, I was starting to wake up. I was starting to feel normal again. The Salvation Army got me back into church, and then also with the 12-step meetings we were doing outside, meeting those people. You know, I got my hope back. I learned that there were other people like me with similar kind of struggles, you know, struggling from addiction, and they were living a brand new life. Like there was a way out of it. They were living past active addiction. And it was just really, really encouraging. And it was the encouragement that I needed to know that there was a way out. They gave me that love. They made me feel worthy. And it's not even past tense. To this day, they make me feel loved and worthy.